Hey everybody, hope you're having an amazing and blessed day. Hey, I just wanted to get this out. This has been on my mind for a while, and it's a revelation that I had, an understanding that I had, and I think it's a pretty big deal. See, I was watching videos, and I see a lot of times people asking Christians, what makes Christianity different than all the other religions? And that is a great question. And a lot, and to for the most part, I don't hear a lot of good answers on that. But if you do give an answer, if you give a good answer, what I find interesting is that people that aren't believers, Jews, Muslims, they know the answer a little better than Christians do. And that's a quick, easy answer, which is that all other religions are based on what you do, your ability to follow the rules, regulations, and traditions. Where Christianity is about what you believe, right? And so that's not new, that's not different, but here is the revelation I had. Why does that matter? Why does that matter? And here we go. See, all other religions, all of them, all other belief systems, no matter what they are, even a lot of Christians do this, which is on how well you can do the rules, regulations, and traditions. How well can you follow them all? And then that's all based on you, right? Which therefore, your rightness with God or your belief system is based on your ability, also known as self-righteousness. Yourself is making you righteous. Now, Christianity, believing in Jesus Christ, is different because our rightness with God is based on what Jesus did. Not what you do, but what on Jesus did. That's the huge difference. And what does that make you? Well, it doesn't make you self-righteous because his righteousness. The only thing you do is believe. And the reason you believe is because someone told you and that you chose to believe. So that actually just makes you lucky and or grateful because somebody told you or preached the gospel to you, so that makes you grateful. Now, what does self-righteousness do? So if we take all the other religions and even Christians who become self-righteous, what does self-righteousness produce? Well, it produces the feeling of superiority. This is the key. This is the revelation. It produces the feeling of superiority. And the feeling of superiority is justification for just about every kind of evil work we do. See, all racism is a feeling of superiority to other races, right? Sexism is a feeling of superiority to another sex. Tribalism, all tribalism is based on a feeling of superiority over another tribe, no matter what creed, belief. And so all other religions, no matter what, if you are successful at doing them, that gives you the sense of superiority, and that justifies just about pretty much every evil that has been done in the world to another human being. But following Jesus is different. Following Jesus is completely different because there is no feeling of superiority. There is no Jew, there's no Greek, there's no free, there's no slave, there's no believer, there's no unbeliever, because we are all equal under the condemnation of sin. We have all fallen. There is no one that is better than another person except for Jesus. And so we accept his gift which makes us completely equal across the board. See, that's the reason why every abolitionist movement across the world in time has been from Christians. That's why all the women's movements since Christianity came around is because of Christians believing that we are all equals. That is the difference between all the other religions and following Jesus. Jesus makes us all equal, makes us all at the same field, and we all need to look to him for salvation. So there's no feeling of superiority. Now, what does that do? Well, okay, sorry. Let me do this. Okay, so here's the problem that people can't quite grasp. Because they think, well, it's like, okay, well, you still need to follow all these rules and regulations and traditions because they're good. But here's the thing. When you follow Jesus and you believe him and you have an understanding that we are all equal, then that means when you truly believe, you want to do whatever he's called you to do. See, that's the difference. All these other religions are about following rules, regulations, and traditions because that's what you have to do. And if you don't do it, then either you're punished or you're looked down upon. But the difference with Jesus, if you're following Jesus, you want to do all these things because that's what Jesus wants you to do. And here's what he wants you to do. This is the thing. He says in John, he says, if you are my disciple, or if you love me, you will follow my commandments. And so then we take that to believe, sorry, the dog is wrestling with me. We take that to believe that we have to follow all the rules, regulations. But the thing is, Jesus keeps talking, and he says, if you love me, you will follow my commandments, and my commandments are to love those around you how I have loved you. So we look at Jesus' life and we see how he treated people. Jesus was the Son of God. Jesus was perfect in all ways, right? But yet he did not one time act superior to anybody else. He loved and he cared for the downtrodden, the worst of the worst, the wretches. He loved them and cared for them and took care of them. So what does he want us to do? The same thing. He wants us to love everyone. He wants us to love everyone equally. Amen. I hope that blesses you today. Hope that helps you. Have a great and amazing day.